Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Abdullah. Subscribe, comment, like, and share it. If you like educational news from a foundational Black American man's perspective, please come on over to the All Things Education official channel. We're going to talk about today a black girl was allowed to be used as target practice by her white tennis teammates in Horry County, South Carolina. Let's roll that first clip.
New at 11, a Marion County woman filed a federal lawsuit against Horry County schools. She claims her daughter experienced racial discrimination after she joined the Green C. Floyd's high school tennis team. That lawsuit also names the tennis coach and the school's principal and assistant principal. According to the filing, the student, who's black, alleges the coach allowed the other girls on the team, who were all white, to use her as, quote, target practice. That lawsuit also claims the coach berated her whenever she raised concerns about discrimination. The family seeks unspecified damages. News 13 reached out to Horry County Schools for a comment. So far, we have not heard back. You can read the full 11-page lawsuit right now at WBTW.com.
All right. According to Queen City News, in Horry County, South Carolina, a Marion County mother has filed a federal lawsuit against Horry County schools after her daughter withdrew from Green C. Floyd's high school over racial discrimination. The lawsuit was filed March 16th in U.S. District Court in Florence by Crystal Dozier on behalf of her daughter, a black student only identified as NC. It names Horry County schools, the principal of the high school, the tennis coach, and the assistant principal as defendants. The lawsuit claims that on July 28, 2023, the tennis coach posted an ad on Facebook for students to apply for the school's team. NC was a former student of the coach who was also an English teacher at the school. Around that time period, NC messaged the coach about joining the team, but she refused to respond, the lawsuit said, which alleges the coach's refusal was because of racial animus against African American students. NC was not able to participate until Dozier intervened about 2 days later, according to the lawsuit. During the first week of practice, she was allowed to participate with all of the other players while the coach was out of town. When the coach returned, NC was immediately beset with racial discrimination, according to the lawsuit. The coach allegedly allowed the other girls, who were all white, to use NC as, quote unquote, target practice throughout each day's practice. Later that month, NC approached the coach to tell her that she felt she was discriminated against and that she was discriminated against because of her race. The coach allegedly responded by berating her and rebuffing her concerns. The coach told NC to come back later in the day for a meeting that included the assistant principal and an Indian student who had similar complaints, according to the lawsuit. NC again expressed concerns that the coach was racially discriminated against her, to which the coach allegedly got argumentative and berated her. The assistant principal joined in, immediately disregarding NC's concerns, according to the lawsuit. She allegedly verbally assaulted NC. After the meeting, NC called her mother Dozier to the school. During that, the assistant principal and principal approached her and cornered her in an office, the lawsuit claims. During the meeting, the principals lied and defamed NC by indicating she was aggressive and violent during their prior meeting. The administrators attempted to stifle all complaints of racial discrimination, saying they do not see race at Green C. Floyd's high school, the lawsuit said. On or about August 28th, NC quit the tennis team. That morning, Dozier approached the assistant principal to address the defamatory statements she made about NC as she recorded the audio of the earlier meeting with her, the lawsuit claims. The assistant principal then immediately admitted her deception and apologized, but it did not ameliorate the harm she had done, according to the lawsuit. Dozier then wrote a letter to Horry County schools on September 6 to complain about racial discrimination. After Dozier's letter, NC started being bullied at the school and reported her concerns to the assistant principal, the lawsuit claims. Instead of addressing NC's concerns, she allegedly allowed the bullying to continue, resulting in both physical and emotional harm to the students. NC withdrew from the high school on January 24th, according to the lawsuit, which seeks a jury trial and an unspecified amount of actual and punitive damages against the principal, assistant principal, and tennis coach. Family. Until we are unable to create a network of schools that we create, fund, and maintain with our own dollars, we need to learn how to keep our children safe. These schools need to be culturally relevant to avoid such atrocities such as this, but we need to address the elephant in the room. Why was this young lady in that environment? Yes, we know we have the right to live and exist in all environments anywhere in the country. But my question is, why would you want to live amongst a white supremacist society when you know you'll never be accepted and you'll only be mistreated and you'll never be allowed to live in peace? The white supremacists at Green C. Floyd's High School are fully aware of their animus towards black students and went with the same old talking point, we don't see color, while simultaneously targeting a black student because of the color of their skin and based on race. This is just another example of how we need to create our own, and so that we can leave them folks alone to their own devices and so that we can thrive. This is Dr. Abdullah giving you news from an educational perspective and foundational Black American man's perspective. What do you think about Horry County and Green C. Floyd's High School and their obvious prejudice and racial bias towards our black sister on the tennis team? What would you have done as a parent? I'd love to hear those comments. I know what I would have done if it had been my daughter or my son. Let's hear what you got to say. Peace.